Hey, everybody in Facebook land. I hope everybody's having a wonderful Friday evening. I want to share something really special with you guys. Something amazing and wonderful. For those of you who know me and know me well, you know that for years I have been talking about a dream of mine, which is to become a published writer, well, become an author. For years, I talk about it. I would talk about it and say, I want to do it, but I would be scared. And I let fear and maybe perhaps a lack of information about how to go about doing it, but mostly fear, because I could have tried to get the information. I was afraid. I'm still afraid. It's scary putting yourself out here like this. But what motivated me, to be honest with you, is the need for a way to make money. And I need a way to make money where I don't hurt myself physically or add to my symptoms. And teaching homebound and all the other things that I could possibly do, substitute teaching, those things are really just not the safest thing for me to do to really make any kind of dependable income. And I'm worried about not being dependable and not being able to show up like I'm supposed to. So I needed to find a way to increase my income without making myself sick. And I realized writing is something that I still can do and still do very well and do on my sofa and not get sick from it. And I can do it on my own pace and in my own time. And the beauty of it is I've already done a lot of writing. I mean, I have tons of written things in my phone, on the computer, papers all over the house, notebooks everywhere. And so what I decided to do was to start publishing some of the things that I've already written. And I started with the blog, and that kind of worked up my courage. And y'all, I have a book. I'm sorry. This book is called What No One Teaches About Teaching. And it says a small book with big ideas on how to survive and thrive in the world's greatest profession. Now, I started working on this book probably about 20 years ago. Before I retired, I just decided that I was going to write down a list of things that I wish that I would have known before I started teaching. Now, some of these things, the title is a bit, hyperbole there, but these are things that I learned through working, through actually being in the trenches, in the fire. And I wanted to help other teachers. That was one of my career goals, is I thought that once I left the classroom, that I would become some kind of teacher specialist or teacher coach, and I would mentor and support other teachers. That was my little dream. So I started writing this stuff down. And every time something would come to me, I would just add it to the list. And eventually, I stopped working on the list a couple of years ago. I think I've even added a few things here and there. But anyway, recently I decided to organize the list into categories. And I typed it in my computer, and from that came a book. Each page just has one snippet of advice. Some pages have more writing on them than others, but it's a very short book. Probably could read the whole thing in less than 30 minutes. But the advice in this book is rich and very thought-provoking, and the information is presented in short snippets to allow for thinking and contemplation and discussion. Maybe in the future I will write another book to elaborate on these topics, or maybe several books, because the information in here is you can really go into depth with it. And I'm just so psyched. I designed the cover myself. Now, with the tools that we have available, we're able to do these things easily ourselves. It's free to publish on Amazon. And so I've been working on this. I've been working on these books probably for a long time, for about at least 6 months or so. And I'm finally seeing a product. This is a proof, so that's why that line is there. And it still needs editing and revising, and I got a few people reading it for me, and hopefully we'll get some feedback. And here's another book called Blessed Encounters, and this is a collection of essays, of stories, of encounters that I've had with people that taught me something, that left me with something. It says, Blessed Encounters, stories of ordinary interactions that spark important life lessons, spiritual insights, and personal growth. And these stories are really beautiful stories. And this is a very, very nice book. Very well put together. And very proud of this. And this too is in the revising stage. But look, I designed my own cover. I got some work I need to do on the back because some of the words got cut off, so I got to fix that. All right. I've also been working on journals. This summer, I was mostly in the bed doing this. I designed a journal of lists. And basically the idea came to me is because I have lists everywhere, all over the house, and books, notebooks in my phone of just different things. Places I want to visit, the characteristics I want in a husband, movies I want to see, my favorite movies of all time. And from these lists, you can write, use them as prompts to write more deeply and to reflect on different topics. But I really enjoyed making this beautiful, colorful book. And I designed all of the pages myself. And I got it in different formats, but I think that the spiral version is the most user-friendly. And because you can, it's just easier to write on it. But I do have hardback and softback. And the other journal I have is this one, and it's called Her Strength is in Her Story, a journal of prayer and power. And what I did was, it's just a plain journal for the most part with blank pages to write on, but I started it with prompts that relate to the topic. And so I give a whole bunch of prompts that readers can use or not use, but it's mostly blank pages. And my journal book begins with a poem that I wrote, so I'm going to share it with you. Let me get my glasses because, I'm blind. And the poem is called Her Strength is in Her Story. Her strength is woven in her tale. Through gory threads, the glory sails. In trial, she stands and does not bend. In every mistake, a lesson mends. From scarcity, her hunger grows. Ambition's flame, her spirit glows. A woman ablaze with dreams in flight, chasing her heart's deepest delight. She wears her battle scars with grace, ready to stare any battle in the face. Though pain and strife may line her way, there's joy in each passing day. She laughs, she dances, she spins with glee, romancing the wind, the flower, the tree. For she is free, boundless, and true, to become whatever she chooses to. She gazes at the endless skies, reflecting on life's lows and highs. The victory sweet, the losses deep, the dreams that wake, the ones that sleep. Her story stitched with light and shade. In every chapter, the next chapter's foundation is laid. In her own mind, she sometimes gazes, reflecting on life in all of its phases, and thanking God for all of his blessings and graces. The victory sweet, the losses deep, the dreams that wake, the ones that sleep. All of this is a part of her story, the beautiful, the puzzling, and the gory. In her story, her strength is found, passions and ambitions unbound from all that is found in the ups and downs and the gory. All of it is her story. Woo! Y'all, I'm just overwhelmed with joy. And finally completing something and doing something. And I'm just so excited. And I'm grateful to all the people that have encouraged me. and supported me along the way, my family, my friends. To Mova, I want to thank you for, all of your support. And I'm just psyched about the future, and who knows what's going to come of this. But I did it. I actually had a goal. I actually had something that I dreamed of doing that I actually did. And that is a very good feeling. So I just wanted to share that with you guys. More information is coming soon. I mean, I'm still in the editing process, but just to know that I've gotten this far with it is such a blessing and such a gift. Thank you so much, y'all. Have a good evening.